are live. Good morning, everybody. Daniel Allison, the average dude, and Freddie Blanton had to go get something. What'd you go get, Freddie?
I didn't get anything. I wanted to have a very dramatic entrance as you do your exit every morning.
Oh, okay. What happened? See, I did mine behind the scenes. You were kind of dragging behind. What happened before we went live?
When?
Just then. I had to go get something. Is that what you were doing? Yeah.
You left the scene?
I left the scene to go get my squeezy. This is important, folks. If you want to be like the average dude, you're going to need to start the day with a cup of coffee and a squeeze or two.
What kind of coffee are you drinking?
I'm drinking coffee from the Little River downstairs. What kind of coffee are you drinking?
Is it their standard? Is it
Is
it Ecuador?
It's the Brazil blend.
This is also the Brazil blend.
Is it? Cheers.
First sip, let's go. It's pump day. Get your mind right. Get out the gutter.
Get out the gutter. What does it mean to get out of the gutter, Fred?
What is in the gutter? Leaves, branches, crud, mud, stuff that stop things from flowing like they should.
Russ Hammond,
flush it out, people.
Russ Hammond, he's been in the mud, he's been in the sludge. He's pulled himself up by his bootstraps.
By his laces.
Red Wing Shoes, Spartanburg, South Carolina. Russ Hammond, good to see you here this morning. We do this every single day. We come in here, we act a little crazy. We drink coffee. We move around in this chair. I roll around in this chair. And we talk to people. We met somebody yesterday, started their own little coffee business. What do you think about that? I think that's a pretty cool idea.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. It's the right thing to do in his industry. It's going to work out.
Yeah,
he's the guy.
Shop floor coffee, and it's that pregame energy. It's getting together with your coworkers, drinking a little coffee, talking about the game. Maybe talking about speeding tickets. So I wanted to talk about speeding tickets yesterday. I've been thinking about it for the last 24 hours.
It's over, Danny. You got a ticket. You couldn't talk yourself out of it. Your sales game is weak right now, okay?
That's my point. If there was ever a time that you should be able to talk yourself out of the ticket and the cop should agree with you, it's when all your excuses are in fact legitimate. Russ, I'm going to take you down here. Your comment's been up for too long.
So when you got pulled over?
You know the feeling, the blue lights.
Yeah, you're nervous. And I can only imagine how you felt. What were you wearing?
I was wearing white tennis shoes.
All right, ticket. Yes. What's next?
I was wearing white tennis shoes. Let's see. What else did I have on? Probably like a light blue shirt and some khaki shorts and white tennis shoes, Fred.
You were ticket material. That's all I can say.
Hey, we need to get Foosball back in here. He's written me a ticket before, for goodness sakes, back in the day. Foosball works with Fred, folks, if you don't know. But let me just say this. I said to the comp, I said, I'm driving someone else's vehicle. I'm not familiar with the vehicle. And I said, we're in a different area. We're not familiar with this area. And you know what he said?
Get familiar.
He said, our signs look like the same signs in Spartanburg.
Here's your ticket.
I said, come on, man. but I couldn't do it. But I agree with you. It is sales persuasion, talking people into your way of thinking. That's sales, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody believes that Bobcat is the best compact equipment on the market.
Maybe you could have shed a tear or something.
Do you think that would have helped?
He might have wrote the ticket for hire.
Hey, now let me tell you this. I was joking, and I was pulling out all the stops. You know, I mean, I couldn't have been in a better, more positive mood. And he came back. I knew he was taking an awful long time. It wasn't a good sign. He came back and he handed me that, and he said, "Well, I knocked it down." You know, and it's like they want you to say, "Well, thank you." And I just couldn't even, you know, the face that I make sometimes in the morning when I'm focused.
Yeah, that real serious frowny face.
That real serious frowny face. I made that instantly when he gave me that ticket. That really serious frowny face. So
the last time I got a ticket was in Georgia. They're not very lenient on people in Georgia. And one of my kids' Nerf guns was laying across the back seat of my truck. So after the guy wrote my ticket, he was trying to be funny, and he said, "You need to be careful where you carry that gun." Get out of my face.
He's gonna drop a joke in there after he knocks you off your feet.
Yeah.
Now here's the other thing. I had all this big plan of what we were going to talk about today. It's already 7 minutes in. I wasn't going to let that mess up my day.
Was he? Now look, you put yourself in a situation.
I was speeding.
You were speeding. Was he an energy vampire, or did you put yourself there and you just had to deal with it?
Oh man, great question. Great question. You can't blame the customer. You can't blame the other party for them not doing what you want them to do ever, right? I mean, we have to take full responsibility for our actions. We have to own it. I didn't think that he should have written the ticket. I thought, if you're ever going to let someone out, this is it, boss. You know, I mean, but he didn't see it that way, and that's not his fault to see it my way. He doesn't. If I'm speeding and he writes tickets to people that are speeding, well, there you go.
Done deal.
And if I'm going to allow that one little thing to mess up my day when I'm 48 years old and I don't know how many more days we will get, well, then that's on me, right? So the mindset had to say, okay, you know what? I deserve the ticket.
Do you think Antarctic Mike has ever gotten a speeding ticket?
Antarctic Mike, good morning. Boom, baby. Good to see you.
He got one in Idaho somewhere.
DJ, good to see you here. I wonder if DJ ever had to flip on the lights on the ambulance and
here comes the ambulance. Here comes the ambulance.
That would be fun. I'd like to. There's a guy on LinkedIn. He gets in the car with different people going to and does their job for a day.
Whew.
I think that would be so much fun. You know,
what's stopping you from doing it?
Is that a challenge, Fred Blanton?
You just said it would be so much fun. Maybe you want to try it.
Oh man, actually I do want to try that. When I watch that video, now that we're saying that, I think to myself, man, that is so interesting, because he will walk up to, I mean, I don't know how random it is, but it appears that he's walking up to people and says, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" essentially. And they're like, "I do this." "Oh, wow, I'd like to do that too." "Okay, come work with me," you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I kind of, now that you have said that, after I said that, I'm thinking, well, who can I work with this week? You know,
I know who can use you very soon.
Who is that?
Philip Leroy.
Ooh, a
There's
day in
a
the
demo job coming up. We can set up the camera and watch the average dude.
Oh yeah,
Construction demo work.
oh, that sounds fantastic. I tell you what I'll do. I'll get me a little
twice, cut once, okay?
I'll get me a little bobcat and bam, bam, boom.
Hey, what about the energy bus? You had mentioned it earlier.
The energy
when we were
bus,
having our pre-show meeting, you mentioned the energy bus book.
I did. I mentioned the energy bus because I believe that this show, which it's not this show, sometimes it's like this, sometimes it's like that. But every single morning, we're going to ride into the office on the bus, just as George did in the book. And if we remember, George was having a terrible time of it. Things were bad at home. Things were bad at work.
Didn't he have a flat tire?
Had a flat tire. I believe kids were upset. He was frustrated. I've got to drive the bus. Things are already bad. I'm going to be late. And how many times have we had that attitude? Life just starts overwhelming us and we start complaining. And if somebody is there to complain, they're going to hear the story. And everybody that's around us, what happens? That's contagious. If you've got somebody like that in the room and they are outspoken, they're going to bring everybody down.
Absolutely.
And so what happens? He gets on a bus. Good morning, Susmitha. He gets on a bus and the driver's name is Joy. And if you can start with joy, and that's essentially what the book is about, getting your mind right to see the more positive things of life. It's not a Pollyanna view. Of course, these things exist, the negative things in life. But we're going to focus on the positive. We're going to take full responsibility. We're going to get around the people that want the same things. We're going to have a driver like bus, the bus named Joy, and we're going to get things done. What do you like about John Gordon?
So I believe I surprised you when you mentioned the energy bus, which is one of his most popular books. And I just casually got up and pulled another one off of my bookshelf. You went in the locker room first, right?
I like it. I like it.
If you want to go fast, go along. If you want to go far, get a team. This is about building a team.
Building a team.
And it's talking about 7 C's to build a winning team and organization.
The 7 C's to building a winning team and organization. Hit me.
Number 1 was culture. You have to create your culture. You have to create the environment. You have to create the fun, the determination, the way people show up and want to be. Your culture. Contagious. You have to be positively contagious. Consistent. What can you get done without consistency? An action here, an action there. No. Consistent actions play out. Communicate. It is easier to communicate in today's time than it ever has been.
Get on the phone.
Text, phone. I mean, what else? We can send drones. You need a drone communication. Communicate.
Ping the nodes.
Connect. Why do we skip connection with our team, with our coworkers? Can't you build a better bond when you connect with people?
Connect with new people.
Commit. How many people do you know show up and they're halfway committed? If you got big goals, you got to be fully committed.
Burn the ships.
All right. And then here is the last one. You got to care. You got to care about your teammates, your coworkers, your goals, your effort, your attitude. You have to care. C-A-R-E.
Passion.
So I had that book on the shelf. John Gordon.
I like it.
John Gordon writes some cool books because he uses a story format to get the message across.
And I love it. I love that story of George and Joy and those characters. They came to life. We all know someone like Joy that drives the bus, that has a great attitude, that encourages everybody. Do we like being around Joy?
Joy, pump it up in pain. Here we go.
Sunshine and rain. Hey.
So today, outside on pump day, we got rain. But choose joy. Choose some sunshine.
Choose some joy, choose some sunshine. I'm going to close it out today by saying goodbye to DJ, who says lights and sirens used just about every day. I worked on the EMS, many times a fire truck as well. It got frustrating when people not paying attention and not moving out of the way. Good point. Don't get hit by a fire truck and stay out of the way so they can go save somebody. Show up all in or stay home. That's the final thought.
Ludacris wrote a song about that.
Yeah, he did. What did he say, Fred?
Move! Get out the way!
See y'all. See you tomorrow. Let's roll.